and you can just decide what you want to do. Um, so to give you some visuals, the whenever or you enter into a uh, bedroom, right? You see
Mm-hmm.
two doors. One looks like a normal door. One is a purple door. You walk through the purple door, and as you walk through, you hear trumpets playing, and you're met with a bright marble room and a man standing proudly at the end of the room next to a door.
Hmm.
And on the uh, this room has white marble pillars and walls, has vases and a statue on the right side of the room, or behind you rather.
Ah, okay. Hmm.
So you can
Um,
choose what to do.
am I allowed? Am I? Is there any ability to interact with the pink one, or can I just go straight?
The pink one there is the man standing next to the door.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go up to him if you want. Like I said, you
Um.
have a full ability to do pretty much whatever.
Okay. I'll go up to him.
All right. As you walk up to him, he uh, greets you and says, "Ah, a new champion has arrived. Welcome. I am the god Hermes, and I have summoned you here to stop the darkness and retrieve our leader's weapon, the lightning bolt." He continues and says, "If you wish to assist us in this matter, solve the riddle, open the door, and take forth on your journey."
Hmm.
And on the door in front of you, you see written written in front of or on the door, it says, I give my coat to keep you warm. When I age, my name changes. What am I?" And below, there's four different choices. You have cows, sheeps, snakes, goats.
Repeat the riddle one more time.
I give my coat to keep you warm. When I age, my name changes. What am I?
And then the answers one more time.
Cows, sheeps, snakes, goats.
Yes, and cow.
So that is incorrect. You don't see the doorway budge, but you do see that answer get marked out. Um, and kind of in your you hear a voice, but you don't see any type of body. It's a you hear, "I travel in flocks and found throughout the world,
Mm,
mostly in farms, but also in the wild."
I'll go with sheep then.
All right. So, yep. Answer is sheep. That part glows yellow, and the door opens in front of you. As you walk
Yeah.
through the door, you hear Hermes behind you say, uh, you hear him say, "Good work, champion. We shall hear of your adventures for centuries." And you are now entering this first room. As you enter this room, you notice it looks sort of similar to the last. Uh, beside the main difference is the walls are made out of wood instead of uh, instead of the marble behind you. I don't know why I stuttered on that so bad. You also hear wings flapping, and you also hear wings flapping and uh, lion roars.
Hmm.
So now you have the ability in this room to look around. Uh, you can look around, move, collect collectibles, whatever you need. And I'm gonna add one thing just as like a on the fly thing. There's a statue right there.
Okay. Hmm.
Let me move this for you.
Oh no.
It's good. This one's kind of wonky. I didn't need those papers
Hmm.
anyways. There we go.
Back at the see how far enemies can move.
So enemies move once, so I'll go ahead and move them. That way you can see.
Okay.
They move like that.
Okay.
And once it gets to the edges, they completely turn around.
Okay. Okay. So I will go the 4 spaces to the right of the white token.
Here?
Yep.
Okay. And they will take their move.
Um, can I like if I want to grab the white token, can I grab it and also take the remaining 3 steps?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. All right, we're gonna grab the token, and then we're going to move 3 steps up. Oh wait, no,
Oop.
I'm in range, aren't I? 2 steps up, I guess.
There we go. And move. Do you want to,
Um,
or remember you can, like, look around and examine the room and everything.
let's examine. Why not?
Alright, so because you're standing next to the statue, you notice that it is a kind of like big burly man um, with what looks to be a bludgeoning object in his hand.
Okay.
You also notice that there is vases with the same man depicted on it, uh, and I think that's about it. Yeah, there's also offerings to him, like sitting in front of the statue.
Man, I had to take the big bludgeoning object.
So that's like part of the statue. Like
Oh.
it's attached to him and everything.
Well, there goes that plan.
And also, as you're kind of like walking around these enemies,
Yeah.
you see what they look like, and they look like that. They
Oh,
are
okay.
vampires.
Okay. Well, that's a pleasant sight.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, let's go grab that lamp.
Okay.
I have no.
Right here.
Yep.
All right. You got two lamp fuel then, and they will go ahead and move.
Okay.
And as you're kind of walking around, you hear Hermes talking to you in your head, and he says, "Items found on your journey will be needed later on. You can't leave rooms without them,
Hmm.
or make sure not to leave them behind."
Okay. Okay. Oh. So from here, let's. Can I move directly over the hiding spot over there?
Yeah. So the hiding spots
Okay.
you can move freely through them.
Okay. So let's just go straight for the yellow, and
Okay.
then afterwards, if it makes sense, I'll look around.
So you kind of look around and you're still noticing that like it kind of looks like a temple, um, but it does look like it's a lesser temple than the last one, where the last
Yeah.
one was shiny and marble. You're kind of noticing that this one is kind of darker and made out of wood. It looks like it would be for like a lower ranking deity.
Okay. Um, 2, 3, 4. Let's go straight for the orange token then.
All right. And as you grab that, you notice it looks like or doesn't look like, it is a rather large bow and arrow.
Hmm. Interesting. A red large warning. I'm guessing. Are these Is that something that I can use, or is that just a puzzle piece that's just represents something?
Yeah, those are just puzzle pieces. It's not something that
Okay.
you can inherently use. It's just used later to progress.
Okay. So let's go to that hiding spot on my right.
This one?
Oh, sorry. No, other one. Yep, that
Okay.
one.
Yeah, it's flipped backwards for me, but
Okay.
you're good. Say whatever is easiest for you, and I'll just figure it out.
Okay. Um, can I delay a turn and
Yeah.
just allow them to pass until I want
Yep.
to get the white token, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you have full ability to like wait as long as you need to.
Okay.
And he is facing downwards like that. So if you're
Yes.
standing behind him, you're not going to be seen.
So it seems like so I can have one, two. Let's grab the white token with my first two
Hmm.
steps, and then head. Um.
This way.
Yep, that way.
So 4, and he will turn. He's going to keep going that way. He goes that way.
And let's head straight to the corridor.
All right. So once you get into this little section here, you notice it looks like a giant cave, or it is a giant
Okay.
cave. You see dead bones kind of laying around. They don't look like human bones. They look more like some type of animal or livestock.
Yeah.
Um, and you see sheep just kind of frozen in time. Like they're not moving. They don't react to you. Uh, and you also see a giant statue of a one-eyed thing, and another statue of the person that you saw in the previous room.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Cool.
But the statue of the person in the previous room does look like he's missing something in his hand. Kind of looks like he's in a position where he looks like he's holding something, kind of like that. Um,
Ah, maybe a club.
do you want to try and use the club on there?
Let's use the club.
All right.
I think we can
So
use it.
as you use the club, you see the statue grasp down on it, and he raises his arm up and hits the giant with one eye. As that happens, you see a door open in front of you, or a door appear and is kind of glowing, opening in front of you.
Okay.
So you went through that, and as you walk through, you see, um, you hear crowds roaring, and you're kind of in like a dirt field with like stone walls or like stone brick walls around.
Okay. A darts field, as in shooting darts.
I'm sorry?
Did you say a dart field or a dark field?
No, a dirt, like, uh, like dirt.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Huh. Oh, you're gonna look that way.
they'll go ahead and move. There you go.
Hmm. Which way is best? I'm going to. I'm going to grab the yellow. The one on the bottom.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. So while you're in this room, you start feeling like a dark presence,
Oh gosh.
and the Shadow Man is going to start moving throughout the map. He moves 3 every turn, and your counter is down to 19.
Huh. Okay. Let's go back to my starting position
Okay.
in front of the entrance.
Oh, that's not you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the
Yep,
wrong
there
one.
you go.
I stood up to move the Shadow Man, and I'm like, what happened? I thought I was using the wrong piece the entire time. One, two. So even though you don't abide by the movement rules within the corridors there, the Shadow Man still does. So it still takes him a few steps to get past everything.
Okay, okay.
And you are down to 18 now.
Hmm. So for the white token up top.
The white token.
Yep.
All right. 2, 3. So you still have one more movement.
Let's go left. I guess left from my view.
There you go.
Yep.
So while you're in this room, you hear Hermes. I don't know why I left my phone over there. You hear Hermes say, yes, this is his battleground. Hurry, champion, venture forward and leave this area.
Hmm. Interesting.
And as you're walking around, you do notice um, the walls have, again, another kind of like big, burly man, but this time he has a giant white beard and white hair. And he's kind of holding like a lightning bolt.
Hmm.
Like that's like kind of on the walls and everything.
So big burly man with a beard. He is holding a lightning bolt.
Hmm.
Hmm. Let's go. I don't know if I like this. No, there's too much enemy. Um.
So you don't necessarily have to get
Yeah.
every single one of these. The items that you have to get to progress is the orange pieces.
Okay. So let's go. Can't see behind me. So three spaces to the right and one up. Sorry, another way. Other way.
Oh, here? What?
Um.
Oh, that way.
Yep.
Two,
Yep.
3, and then that
And
way.
up.
Cool.
Yep.
There we go.
Um, uh, 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 there's not much I can do to get past that guy, so I'll just grab the lamp, um, and then wait my turn.
All right. Yeah, a lot of the times when we've been doing playtests for this, that's primarily what it's been. Is just grab something, wait a minute, and then go. But that's good because that's kind of the atmosphere want
Okay.
to portray it. So you're on turn 16 now, by the way.
Okay.
So you have two more turns, and so you go down to your 3 movement speed instead of 4.
Oh, snap. Okay. Um, well, yeah, let's go straight for the exit then.
All right. So as you enter this room, you notice as you're going through the door that you're not standing on anything anymore. You're kind of floating there. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Below you, you see rain falling. The environment is very dark and cloudy. You start hearing thunder and flashes of light happening.
Okay.
Um, and again, there is a door with another riddle written on it. This one says, "I am quiet but followed by a loud bang. I am quick but rare to hit. What am I?" And below you see 4 different text options. It says lightning, thunder, rain, or wind.
Repeat the question again.
Yep. I'm quiet but quick, or I'm quiet but followed by a loud bang. I'm quick but rare to hit. What am I?
That's got to be lightning.
All right. Yep.
Nice.
So the door opens, and as it opens, you start smelling grapes and wine,
Hmm.
and you see kind of like grapevines and um, vases and a giant marble building in the middle.
Yeah.
And they'll go ahead and move one, and he doesn't move.
Hmm. Let's go straight for the orange piece.
All right.
Yep, nearest me.
So as you grab that, um, you notice that it looks like a jewel. It looks like an ankh, maybe something
Okay.
that's like Egyptian. And you go down to 15, and Shadow Man is on his way.
Oh. Um. Let's 1, 2, 3. I guess let's go to the space right below the white token.
Right here.
Yep. Instead of my 4 spaces.
Yep. And 14. So now you will start moving at 3. And he's still moving. And you can, if you use lamp fuel, you can still take your, you'll take up to 4 movement then.
Okay. Yeah, let's go for the lamp fuel. Let's use one.
Alright. So you use 1. This goes back up to 20, and you now have 4 movement speed.
Okay. Let's grab. Let's see. I'll grab the white token. Okay. Yeah. Let's grab. The enemies can't see behind them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's grab the white token
Mm-hmm.
and then use the remaining steps to go right behind the enemy.
Cool. Alright. And they are moving.
Oh, so. Okay. We are now going to grab the lamp. So that's 2 steps.
Mm-hmm.
And just wait right there.
Alright.
Is there anything I can gain from observing the area?
Yes. So as you are observing, you are still seeing grape. Uh, you're still seeing like grapevines. You're seeing a vase, but on the vases it has a rather large man and what kind of looks like the enemies that you're kind of facing, right? And as you're looking around, you hear Hermes talk to you once again. He says, "This is Dionysus's land. He grows the finest grapes and makes the finest wines here. You know, I hear you use those winged beasts for, or to transfer the wine. And that is that is kind of what you see and what you hear."
Okay. So let's go right behind the enemy, the nearest enemy.
Okay.
Yep.
You're on 18.
The one puzzle piece. One. So I'm definitely grabbing that puzzle piece.
Hmm.
So that's two steps, right?
Yep. And as you grab this, you notice it looks like another stone wing, just kind of a mirrored, a mirror of it.
Okay. I will use the remaining steps to go all the way up close to the entrance.
Right here.
Yep.
Cool. I'm
Oh
ass-
snap.
I'm assuming you're just gonna use the last one to go in.
Yep. Unless there's anything to observe.
Nope.
Okay.
You've already seen everything pretty much.
Okay.
And as you walk through here, you are kind of stunned at first because you see the enemies that you've been facing. There's just one kind of like staring straight at you, but you
Oh.
notice that something is kind of missing off of him. He still has his tail and he still has his legs and everything, but you notice that his back there is chunks missing out of it.
Sounds like you could use some wings.
Yep, so you will use your stone wings on him, and uh, the door will appear in front of you, and you can walk on through it.
Okay.
So, as you walk through, you see the lightning bolt standing in front of you, and you see Hermes. He's like, "Good, good, quickly grab it and hand it to me."
Okay. I guess I'll grab the lightning. Should I? Yeah. Unless there's anything I could observe in the internet.
No,
I'll just
it just kind of looks like you're on top of like a mountain peak, and this is
grab.
this lightning bolt is just kind of on a pedestal.
Okay. Yeah, let's grab it.
All right, so you grab it and hand it to Hermes. As you do this, you feel that dark presence that you've been feeling the entire time just kind of
All right.
get uh, heavier, and you start feeling more weight on your shoulders. As you hand it to him, you hear Hermes say, "Great work, bringing them to me and helping me get this wretched bolt, Shadow Man." And you turn around to realize that the Shadow Man is standing right behind you, and Hermes is not talking to you, but him.
Huh.
And after he says that, Hermes takes the lightning bolt and breaks it over his knee, and
What?
him and Hermes fuse together.
Huh.
Uh, and right after this ends, or right after that, it says, "Now let's get this little brat. Then we will end his reign." And after that, you start feeling like shaking, and you start hearing like crumbling in the background.
Huh.
So this is when the backtracking would start.
Okay.
But like I said, the other person that has the other half of the board wasn't available for this. So
Okay.
we will just end it there. We'll just end the recording real quick.